we can't do the immigration because, the immigration, it triggers some people. You know what they're saying about the anti-immigrant stuff, right? Who's in to say that one of the jobs you might be seeking won't be one of those white jobs?
Because Mr. Don Lemonhead, for some reason, look at the grin. Look at that grin. For some reason, after he been getting his head whooped all year long, he had to start his own network and he been getting whooped in the streets every time he interviews somebody. But all of a sudden, he think he has an upper hand or an advantage over the MAGA people. And he couldn't be more wrong. You guys know over the weekend, I think it was a kerfuffle of some sort with Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, and other people in the conservative movement having an argument over the H-1B visa. Now, let me just say this because we got Don Lemon, and I'm going to play his clip here in a second because he's absolutely nuts. The fact that he laying on top of a man every night is already nuts in and of itself. But he has to jump on the MAGA movement and call us stupid and dumb and ignorant and that we've been co-opted. Let me just give you a basic principle. Although conservatives disagree with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, we're disagreeing for the love of the country. I think, and this is my personal opinion, that Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy loves America, but they're looking at America on a global level. Other people who disagree with them, in part, loves America, but they're looking at America on a local level, on a national level. And that's the difference. All of us love America. All of us want what's best for America. These leftists, they hate America. So we're not even having a conversation with them. I want to make this very clear. I made a video before about the H-1B visa and my stance on it. I think the H-1B visa is a good thing as long as it does not disenfranchise American workers who are equally qualified or more qualified than people who have a visa from another country. The priority is the efforts, talents of people who live here in America. Unfortunately, and this conservatives should understand this, know this, because we've been saying this for years. Our educational institutions aren't always producing the best results, especially in cases where they're so goddamn woke that you can't even reason with half of them. They'll tell you what a transgender is, but they don't understand math, and that's more on a pre-college level. But even in college, they're stupider than I don't know what. They're just taking people's money and dishing out the next generation of people who cannot think for themselves, wearing masks every day. So we have to be honest. We are producing idiots to a certain degree. But the biggest thing that makes people mad about what Elon Musk said and Vivek Ramaswamy said is that it's the whole concept of, I can talk about my mama, but you better not talk about my mama. I can say my cousin lazy every day of the week, and my cousin lazy, and she don't take care of her kids, and she eat too much, green eggs and ham. I can say that as long as I want. You talk about my cousin, we got a problem. We know America, to a certain degree, do not produce like we used to, and America is dumbified to a certain degree. And we know that other countries, in some cases, are producing better quality people. In some cases. I'm not talking about generally speaking, because generally speaking, we'll whoop anybody, anytime, any place. But in some of these specialized fields, some other countries are producing better quality people, sometimes. But the problem is you don't want to hear Vivek Ramaswamy, who's an Indian, and you don't want to hear the richest African-American in the world, Elon Musk. You don't want to hear them talk trash about America. I don't want to hear you tell me that we don't produce good quality people. I don't want an Indian to tell me that their culture is better than ours because we looked at India and they pooping in the street. Y'all may got some people up here, but the rest of them all the way down, y'all ain't doing well. All you gotta do is go to India. The stench of poo in the air will tell you everything you need to know about major parts of India, in many parts of third world country. So don't come and lecture us and you want to challenge culture. Americans gonna have a problem with it. I will say this. I think that Vivek Ramaswamy, in good faith, means well. I think they're just trying to stand up for H-1B visas. I think there's some people in the conservative movement that want to do away with H-1B visas completely. And I think that that's not the proper approach. Elon Musk as well. He said he was an H-1B visa. Look at what he's contributed to America. So I do believe in the sentiment of not completely getting rid of it. But we do have to acknowledge that there's fraud in the system, and let's eliminate the fraud. Let's cut down on the fraud. Let's make sure it's not disenfranchising American citizens. And I think nobody should have a problem. Nick and Dylan, we were talking a minute ago, and they made a good analogy of recruiting. We are performing on a global level. We're not performing on a local level. We're performing against a global powers, China, Russia, some of these other places. And so when we go to recruit, are we just going to be an in-state recruiter or what? We're just going to recruit in-state. Okay, you can do that. You be good. University of Texas is good, just recruiting in Texas. But when you have the number one player in the nation, you now have the number one player in the world in this particular position, you might want to bring him in. Can we just be honest? Anybody know anything about recruiting? University of Arizona, Arizona State, right here in my state. Are all of their athletes from Arizona? No, they're not. Are there some great athletes in Arizona? Yes. But some states like Georgia, Texas, Florida, their upper echelon athletes are pretty darn good. So how about we go get a few other people from out of the state to make us a powerhouse in this state? How about we go get a few people from out of the country that are upper echelon and bring them in? Now, I wasn't born yesterday, so I know that H-1B visa, that's not all the H-1B visas, right? There's 65,000 of them for bachelor's degrees and then, and higher, and then master's degree and higher is 20,000 H-1B visas. There ain't that many H-1B visas that are better than Americans, I don't think. People do manipulate the system in case you just woke up yesterday. These organizations have the visas. They bring in people and get cheap labor. They don't care that you got a bachelor's degree from Indian Masala University. They don't care. Tikka Masala University, man. I don't know if that count, bro. You can't be getting a degree from Afghani Head Wrap University, you know what I mean, and say, I got a bachelor's degree, I'm gonna come to America. Like, hey, y'all really got universities out there doing something? Now, I'm just joking to a certain degree. I'm sure they got good quality universities in India. But I'm saying, generally speaking, you think all these H-1B visa people got a legitimate degree? Probably not. They just get a piece of paper, somebody paid enough money to give them credentials, and then they come over here with a bachelor's degree. We get it. Just cut down on the waste. Now, let me get to Don Lemonhead. Because Mr. Don Lemonhead, for some reason, look at the grin. Look at that grin. For some reason, after he been getting his head whooped all year long, he had to start his own network and he be getting whooped in the streets every time he interviews somebody. But all of a sudden, he think he has an upper hand or an advantage over the MAGA people. And he couldn't be more wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, Tatum Store end of year sale. I don't know what day it is. It's the 30th. This at the end of the year is the last time you're going to have 47% off. Come the first, no more sales. So if you want to get merch from the Tatum Store, you better get it now, 47% off. All you got to do is put in discount code NYE, New Year's Eve, 47, and you'll get 47% off. We have a whole bunch of new stuff. This New Year's shirt, I wish I could have got it to you before the New Year's so you can wear it at your New Year's party. Autographed photos that I was doing during Christmas. I guess it's still on here for 47% off. This is the coolest hat that you're ever going to find. Right here, 47% off. Oh, we sold out. You better get them because they're selling out fast. Get you some Tatum merch today. 47% off, tatumstore.com. Let me play what he said in bashing conservatives in this fictitious war against Elon Musk and Vivek. This is temporary family member feud. They hope to God this is the end of the MAGA movement. It's not. It's a family feud. We're going to get over this soon. Roll the clip.
Finding out, you dumb idiots. Now you're just figuring this out. You're so fucking stupid and you deserve it. You deserve it because you're so dumb. Jim, it's hypocrisy. So go with me here. Yes, I am gloating over your stupidity and how you were taken. I'm cackling in Kamala, says in Shanta. You have been co-opted because you're in a cult and you don't even realize it because you have stupid MAGA brain and you don't get it. How stupid and dumb are you? And I'm just going to I can't wait to go through this. Okay. So I'm going to read this again. So Krishnan's appointment triggered an anti-Indian backlash on social media, particularly given his past advocacy for increasing green cards and immigration broadly. Oh, no, immigration. We can't do the immigration because it's hot in here, guys. Sorry. Woo! Thank you.
No.
You know why
you hot, Don Lemon? Because you laying up with that man every night. That's why you hot. That's why it's hot up in there. You starting to get a prelude to what's going to happen to you when you gone. I'm joking. I don't know where he going when he die. I can guess, but maybe you can guess too. But I'm joking with him because I don't like the way he talking to conservatives. I don't like the way he gloating like this and acting like he really know what he's talking about. This is a family feud, brother. You stay out of it. And in the fashion of gay emotional men, this is his reaction. Cussing and acting silly. All emotional over a disagreement with immigration, H-1B visas, and green cards. But to leave it to the gay man, he got to be and catty. You got to be catty. Be a man and have an argument and not cussing and being catty. Roll the clip.
Immigration, because, the immigration, it triggers some people. You know what they're saying about the anti-immigrant stuff, right? Who's it to say that one of the jobs you might be seeking won't be one of those white jobs? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I think I just threw up in my mouth at the end of that. I don't get what he said. Did y'all get what he said? It's a white job. Or is he making fun of the fact that Donald Trump said black jobs? Is that what he's saying? Because Stevie Wonder can see that there are such thing called black jobs, meaning jobs that historically black people would have. And then they don't have it no more because the illegal aliens that took your job. Now y'all crying in the street for your savior, the Democrat Party, and they just selling y'all down the river. And Don Lemonhead don't understand that it's okay to disagree about immigration because at the end of the day, we going in the same direction. You would think that a person who came from a family of immigrants would be endorsing more immigrants. That makes sense. I understand what Vivek is saying. America first, but I get it. Why wouldn't he want more good quality people that can escape the hellhole that they're involved in or that they live in to come to America and make America better? That's the whole crux of this argument that we've been having. It's about making America better. Are people going to come to America and make this country better? That's why I believe in merit-based immigration. We didn't done enough of people coming here taking from the system and taking and taking and taking and taking and using and taking and using and borrowing and killing and stealing and thugging and doing all that. We didn't have enough of them. If you cannot come here and contribute, you don't need to be here. You don't come here and get on the government dole and take my tax dollars. If you come here, you should come here to contribute. You don't come here to be a victim class, to be a impoverished class, to be eating out of trash cans and committing crimes. You come here to be a participating member in society, and you come here to assimilate. If you don't assimilate in America, take your home. We don't want you here. This is a melting pot of assimilated people from all over the world. It's not a stir fry, like my guy said last time in the live stream. It's not a stir fry. It ain't you, this group, this group, on top of that group, on top of that group, and you like that group better than that. No. We all in this together, and you're an assimilated American. If you can't assimilate, take your back to Mexico, France. I don't know where you came from, Canada. I don't care where you come from. And to be honest, you ain't got to go home. You just got to get up out of here. That's all it is. You ain't got to go home. I don't know where your home at. You could go detour, but you got to get up out of America if you don't want to assimilate. So I get it. Immigrants believe in immigration. Americans who are here don't want to get replaced by immigrants. Two things can occur at the same time. Allow there to not be fraud that disenfranchise Americans. And Americans, you need to step your game up. I'm in the business of hiring people. I hire people all the time. Some young people don't want to work. Let's keep it honest. And this is not the H-1B visa argument necessarily, but some young people don't want to work. They get too complacent. They think they're entitled. Somebody owed them something. They got all kind of problems. Oh, my neck hurt, my back hurt. I'm tired. I'm sick. I don't want to come work today. What? You don't miss work unless you sick. You got to come and show up. You don't say, oh, my toe hurt today. I can't come to work. And then don't even call in. Just don't show up. Then when you come looking for them, then they tell you, oh, I forgot I was hurt. You must don't want a job. And people stealing at the job. I had a kid steal the other day. What you stealing for, man? You could just ask me if you need something. You stealing. Now I got to fire you. Now, you go get somebody from overseas, or you get one of these people coming in from they seem to want it more. I'm just being honest, man. I remember this story, then I'm going to get to some more news. I remember you can't find an American about anywhere. And I don't know if it's because we got all these illegals or not, but you can barely find an American that they got too many stipulations. Hey, man, can you come cut this? I need my trees cut down. Can you come? Oh, I'll do this. Oh, the price is this. And I can do it. Man, that Mexican guy came over there, didn't even say nothing to me. That's all he say. Jumping from tree to tree, palm tree. I saw that man jump from this palm tree to that palm tree, and I almost had a heart attack. But, man, he did every palm tree by himself, and we gave him the money. Here you go. He ain't complained one time. I'm like, hey, bro, you need some water or something? No. He's just up there killing them. Tree. He came to my house, couldn't even speak English. His son had to talk to me. His son was like 8. I'm like, what are y'all doing? My dad want to do your trees. I'm like, let me talk to your dad. And then he looking like he's seeing ghosts or something. Looking around like this. I'm like, hey, tell your daddy how much he want for to do these trees. Oh, he want 200. I'm like, 200? 200? You 200 for these trees? See. He was back there climbing up that thing. I appreciate that, man. You can get American, they be complaining. I ain't get no water. They fall and try to sue you and all kind of stuff. I'm not saying every American is like that, but I'm saying you get that a lot. They want too much. They don't believe in working hard like our ancestors. I remember my grandfather used to tell me how when he worked at the grocery store, they didn't have calculators. So he had to run everybody's stuff, do taxes and everything that he had to do, coupons and everything. He had to do it on a piece of paper. He used to have to write it down. Now they can't do math. They got the computer that tell you how much change you supposed to give back to me, and you still can't get it right. Grandpa used to write it down. 5 plus 5 plus 15 times 20% off. Taxes in the state is that plus this minus this, ma'am, you need this, and they count your money back. Oh, you gave me a 20? Go, I dare you to go give a kid a $20 bill right now. Just say your stuff is like $14, give them a 20. $14.49, give them a 20. They brain gonna start popping. They put in the computer tell them so much money you give them back. They can't figure it out. Taking out work, they sick, they want a disability, unemployment. They got all these stuff going on. Anyway, I've said enough. I think you understand where I'm coming from.